Hello and welcome to a tutorial about today's Fibonacci scalper. So why Fibonacci? Let's have a look. When you go to you can download a demo and then click test. We're gonna test today the Forex, yeah, euro versus dollar. Let's have a look at the inputs. So the first one is I do it at false. That means that it will only open positions according to the Fibonacci levels, not just open a random position where it started. It could work also, but I prefer for this demonstration, of course, to use it false. The lot size, the number of position per Fibonacci level. It means when the chart is moving, let's say it's gonna look back at the 24 hours, and then the chart moves. So you can have the same Fibonacci level appear twice now. It was before on the top, and now it's a bit lower. This means that the EA will open again a position on the same Fibonacci level. Um, the magic number, the maximum number of EA position we allowed the EA to open or to manage. And then we have the manual trading, but we're gonna leave it on auto trading. And then we can control the trailing if we wanted to introduce it way sooner or way later. The normal one, it means that once let's say we opened the position at the 50% level, and then it went up to the 60, it introduced a trailing loss directly in between. That's one. If we do two, it will introduce after it will passes, for example, we were at 50 and then it goes to 60 and then it went up and it's gonna be around the 60 level now. The trading, the fallback is, of course, the trailing appears, and then if it just wiggles around and wait on the spot for this example, more than 120 seconds, I think 2 minutes, the trailing loss will start to go back and gives more room for this uncertainty bounce. So that's my setting. That's my default setting, I would say. Margin limitation for the account means that after the 3% of drawdown, the EA will stop producing more and opening more position until this uh, gets better, of course. The risk lost and the stop loss multiplier for auto calculation, that's for the stop losses. I don't use it. So that's the enable risk that enable the stop loss, not the trailing loss, the stop loss. If any position is in loss, I just let them um, pass this situation because I believe in the Fibonacci decisions, and then I just wait until the situation gets better. So I leave them at false. Enable new high. So these two detectors will block the EA from opening on the lowest low, for example, if it's for the last 480 hours. It's the first time that we are in this area. It will block it from opening until we get a rebound, and then it has two times on the same spot, then it's okay because we don't want to open on uncharted territory, of course. We'll display the profits, and then we have some colors, and now we are in the Fibonacci area. So do we want to use the Fibonacci retracement? Yes, of course. And the hours for look back. So for example, if this is the chart and we go to a 15 minutes, and we would say, I would have loved this Fibonacci to work. And then it means that, for example, we were to use the golden ratio and the retracement. Look how it touched it, but it broke it and then it went back. So, of course, if we would have used stop loss, we would go out of this trade. And then maybe on the way back, we would have opened it again, but we just have lost because it's a gap, we would have lost until here and then maybe get back half. So I would say with a stop loss, we would have been break even maybe or something like that. So that's why I don't use it, but let's have a look on all the different ones. So this one would say it's a look back of 970 15 minutes candle. So 970 doubles 15, it's 14,000 divided by 60, it's 240 hours. So let's have a look what it's gonna do. Let's add here the 70. I don't see the 70 here, but let's have a look what it's gonna do. So as you can see, we have this Fibonacci we're gonna open on every Fibonacci level, and then on the next example, I'm gonna show you how to do only on specific ones. And then visual mode, 10,000 is a good one. Let's have a look what it's gonna do. Now it's gonna open the visual mode. As you can see, it opens on every Fibonacci level. Drawdown limit reached. A new position was closed. That's why the drawdown is the conditions are got better, of course, and then so this is a test of half an hour, half a year. Hmm. There's no way to speed this up more. You can see we're on the max speed. But Fibonacci is a really strong, really strong confirmation levels. So once it's finished, we're gonna have the back test. So we can see what it done. Again, we're on the Euro USD. And the Euro USD is a good instrument as an example because it's really sideways movement. It's always in a, you would say, it has its own trend maybe, but it's never too much or going too low. So it's a good retracement instrument. Of course, it's the bullish version of the Fibonacci, but still, it would work basically, I would say, on both ways the same. Yeah, when someone believes it's more of a bearish, you can use the seller, which works the same way, but of course the on the other on the other side, it will open selling positions instead of the buy positions. So it's June, already half a year. I would say all Forex instruments are more or less in a side movement trend. They don't have a specific bullish trend or a bearish trend. So it's really easy to use Fibonacci retracement on them because they go up, they fall down. Even if for times it seems like there's a trend and the trend is a bearish trend or a bullish trend as we see at the moment, it doesn't mean anything because it can fall down any second. So as you can see, it falls down, it goes up again. So let's have a look at the back test. So the back test, we say we almost did 5,000 with a drawdown of 13%, and we had 71 working positions, winning position, and 6 losing position. But I would say, why is it a losing position? Only because we stopped the test because given time it would have been 100% of the 100%. Let's do a daily. So if we look at the daily, that's what the EA was doing, scalping, and this one all the way. And we did this 5,000 in half a year. So um, it's 50% profit with a 13 drawdown. Let's have a look what else we can do. What I would recommend, because of the golden ratio, if we do on the daily one, for example, we would say, so if we take only the middle part, so the 50, the 30, and maybe also the 20, so let's have a look at that. For example, this one. So we have 15 bars of 24 hours. It's 360. What we are saying, we're going to use only the lower part. Let's have a look what this is going to do. Of course, you can do optimization with all of this. So it's enough to just try different hours. So I would say with a difference of, for example, 100 or 50, if you have time and a strong computer, just try 50 hours segments, then until 15,000, it would make an optimization during the night. And we give you all the result, or maybe even do a 1 year test just to see what's gonna bring in a 1 year. But as you can see, we almost don't go into the drawdown, probably there gonna be some moments that we're past the what do we allow? We allow 3%. So you can see we're traveling a lot of the days just without any position. So the confirmation is a strong confirmation. That's why I would say in this kind of situation we can use a bigger lot size, and then we have really jackpots. So because we'll do the test again when it finished, and we'll do a big jackpots, and then you will see because of course it's a safer position. Just for the sake of education, we can do it. It still is a good retracement. Shouldn't be too eager to make the jackpots. It's best to have something safe because, of course, it can always go against you. So it's better safe than sorry. But this is why I mix Fibonacci, as you can see in my account. I mix Fibonacci and the bull scalper at the same time. Because the bull scalper, of course, makes more scalping. I do 100 positions a day sometimes. And the Fibonacci, sorry, the Fibonacci makes more of the adult decisions. Okay, June. Probably, I would say, even with this setup, it could be with 100% winning positions because let's see what's going to be. You can see now the fallback gives a bit room for the trailing loss. Okay. Looks like it's gonna open now. All right. Let's see the back test of this one. So we did way less risk, 7%. Of course, if you're prop trading, you need to go down to 3% of risk or even lower. So I would say we could do 1% here, and then it will just stop the EA from opening positions really soon. It still doesn't mean that it's gonna close the positions. So one last thing about let's do a quick optimization and just take the hours as we said before, because that's the main difference. And let's start with 50, and we'll have 50. Sorry, let's do 5,000. And then we have 100, and then the optimization will start working. Let's just do a little of the. Let's do the optimization for a moment. So of course the optimization takes a while. I don't know how long I want to do this video for. I don't want to bore us with this optimization. My live account at the background, but let's wait for the Fibonacci. At the moment, I can show you how you could get it. So in the MetaTrader, when we go to the market and just hit here, Fibonacci. Fibonacci. So Fibonacci scalper. So you need to check that's the seller and that's the buyer. If you go inside this, please rate after you install, buy, do something. Yeah, screenshots. I did have some screenshots. Nice. Let's have a look if we have some. Let's close this window. Okay. We don't have any result at the moment. So I will pause the recording for a second and we go back when it's. So it started to populate itself. So now we can see we can change it to drawdown and it starts to populate. Sometimes you need to wake it up. So in half a year, so I would say this is the safest. So half a year, 600. Did 2 trades because of the Fibonacci period was 2000. So we could say this one is a more in between good situation, but it's always you can play with all the different settings. And have a look. So once it's all populated, of course, you can right click on something and run single test. And then it will bring all these settings. For example, this is only the Fibonacci period, but and then it will bring it all here and you can further work with it. So I hope you have understanding of how I use or how you should use Fibonacci retracement levels. Of course, you can also do it manually, which will bring also a really nice result. For example, you go to a 15 chart, you go back and you say to yourself, okay, I like this level. And then you'll mark yourself the 50 period, 30 period, and wait for this retracement. Will it happen today? Now it's 1:19. the pre-market will open in 1 hour 10, and then we have the real market. Today, I think it's going to be wrong to think so. But yeah, everyone is entitled for his own decision. So everything can happen. So have a good one. Let's see if we have more result, of course. What I like to do, for example, is go sort it for drawdown down and then start with the keys, just walking until I find something that I like, maybe this one. It's a good ratio, 7% drawdown, it's 1,000, or of course the 10% drawdown is nothing. So I would say it's a good setting, 15 with 3,000. Of course, it's always control, but a lot of different parameters from the EA, but you can find the best solution this way with optimization. So have fun. Please rate, comment, say whatever you want. Cheers.